Imagine standing up for your beliefs in the face of certain death. What would you do if the choice was between your faith and your life? This is the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and their extraordinary courage that changed their destiny forever. The story is recorded in the book of Daniel, chapter 3. Welcome to ancient Babylon, where King Nebuchadnezzar ruled with absolute power. He had built a massive golden statue and demanded that everyone bow down and worship it. But the three young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refused to bow down. So let us read from verse 9 of Daniel chapter 3. From verse 8, therefore, at that time, certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. The Chaldeans are the king's advisors, and the Jews are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They spoke and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. You, O king, have made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the horn, flute, harp, lyre, psaltery, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image, including the dulcimer. And whosoever falls not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom you have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded you. They serve not your gods, nor worship the golden image which you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spoke and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do you not serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if you are ready, that at the time you hear the sounds of the horn, flute, harp, lyre, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you fall down and worship the image which I made. Well, but if you worship not, you shall be cast the same hour in the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Of who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Verse 16, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hands, O king. But if not, be it known unto you, O king, that we shall not serve your gods, nor worship the golden image which you have set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his appearance changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spoke and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was usually heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their trousers, and their turbans, and other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spoke and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound in the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the son of the gods. Then Nebuchadnezzar came to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spoke and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you servant of the Most High God, come forth and come here. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth out of the midst of the fire. And the satrap, administrators, and governors, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their head singed, neither were their coats affected, nor had the smell of fire come upon them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spoke and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servant that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and yielded their bodies, that they may not serve nor worship any god except their own God. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language who speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made an ash heap, because there is no other God than can deliver in this way. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. So what can we learn from this story? Hope never disappoints. Sometimes the greatest miracles happen when you continue having faith in who God is. So in your day-to-day lives, as you continue, I hope you learn from this story that you should stand for your beliefs as long as it is of virtue. You see, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego respected the king. They didn't go tell the king, don't build that idol, it is against our beliefs. However, when the idol was built, they did not go and worship it. So you should respect other people's, opinions and belief system, but to respect them does not mean to follow in their ways. So in whatever decisions you make, respect other people, but don't bow down to a way that is not yours. Don't let fear make you forget who you are. Don't let fear from other people make you forget what is important to you. Okay? If you found inspiration in the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day.